Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to Small English Talk, your space for real English conversations that help you grow naturally and confidently. I'm Mia.
And I'm John. And today's episode is about something almost every English learner wants, but very few feel they truly have.
Confidence.
That moment when you hear someone speak English so smoothly, so comfortably, and you think, wow, how do they do that?
How do they sound so relaxed, so natural, so effortless?
Exactly. And today, we're going to explore how to talk to anyone with confidence, not just in English, but in life.
And before we dive in, if you're new here, this podcast is designed to feel like a real conversation. We want you to hear natural rhythm, useful phrases, and honest emotions.
And to make this episode even more practical, we've prepared a free PDF guide with key phrases, reflection prompts, and speaking practice ideas. You'll find it in the description.
Plus, at the end, we'll have our vocabulary breakdown so you can really understand and use the expressions from today.
So let's begin with something honest.
Talking to people can feel intimidating, right?
Oh, completely, especially in English. When it's your second language, your brain suddenly becomes very dramatic.
Yes, it starts whispering things like, what if I say something weird? What if they don't understand me? What if I forget a word in the middle of my sentence?
And then your mind freezes. It's like your brain hits pause exactly when your mouth is supposed to hit play.
That's such a perfect description.
And the worst part? After the conversation, you replay everything.
Why did I say that? Why didn't I explain better? Why did I stay quiet?
And it can stay in your head for hours.
But here's something important. Everyone feels that sometimes.
Even native speakers.
Even people who look extremely confident.
The difference isn't that confident people don't feel fear.
It's that they speak anyway.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't mean perfection. It means being okay with imperfection.
I love that idea, because half the time, the other person is just as nervous as you are.
They're thinking about their own grammar,
Their own voice.
their own what do I say next moment.
So once you realize that everyone is slightly nervous, talking becomes lighter.
And that's where real confidence begins, when the pressure decreases.
But there is one thing that used to completely destroy my confidence.
Let me guess. Comparison?
Yes.
Being in a group and hearing someone speak fluent English?
And instantly shrinking inside your chair.
They sound smarter. They sound better. I don't belong here.
I used to think that all the time.
Me too. It's like your brain starts ranking people.
And suddenly, you forget that you're not a performance, you're a person.
That's powerful.
And one day, I realized something that changed everything.
What?
Conversations are not competitions.
Say that again.
Conversations are not competitions.
No one is grading you. No one is giving you points.
You're not there to impress. You're there to connect.
And when you shift from how do I sound to how can I connect, everything relaxes.
You stop trying to use big vocabulary just to look smart.
And you start focusing on meaning,
And meaning is what people remember.
not perfect grammar.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's be practical. Imagine someone asks you, how's your week been?
The most dangerous question.
Because your brain suddenly goes blank.
And your only answer is, good?
And then silence.
So here's a strategy. Before social situations, think of one or two small things you can share.
It doesn't have to be dramatic.
Not at all. Maybe you watched a new movie.
Maybe you tried a new cafe.
Maybe something funny happened at work.
Just one detail.
It's like preparing a conversation toolbox.
I love that phrase.
When you have even one small story ready, you feel less caught off guard.
And if you're learning English, practice saying that story out loud before you meet people.
It builds fluency and confidence at the same time.
But here's the good news. Even if you didn't prepare anything, you can still start a great conversation.
Because sometimes the best topics are right in front of you.
Exactly. If you're waiting in line, you can say, wow, it's really busy today.
Or, this place is popular.
Simple, natural observations break the ice.
And small talk isn't small. It's the warm-up.
It helps you find your rhythm.
And once you start, the next sentence becomes easier.
Confidence really does grow one hello at a time.
Now let's talk about something deeper.
Listening?
Yes.
I love this part.
Most people think confidence means talking more.
But real confidence often shows in listening,
Listening with intent.
not just waiting for your turn to speak.
When you truly listen, you reduce pressure on yourself.
Because you're responding, not performing.
And sometimes mirroring helps.
For example,
If someone says, "I finally visited Italy," you can say, "You finally went to Italy. How was it?"
that shows attention.
And attention builds connection.
And once connection happens, grammar becomes less important.
Because communication is about shared meaning.
Not perfect sentences.
And that's when English starts feeling natural, like it belongs to you.
There's one more thing that confident people know how to do.
End conversations?
Exactly.
Sometimes finishing politely is harder than starting.
You don't have to disappear or make it awkward.
Just say, "It was really nice talking to you."
Or, I'm gonna grab a coffee, but I enjoyed this.
Simple, friendly, graceful.
Confidence is not just how you start, it's how you close.
And if you can start, connect, and end naturally, you're already on the right path.
Absolutely.
Now, don't go anywhere. We still have more practical strategies coming up, including how to handle awkward silence and how to stop obsessing over grammar mid-sentence.
And later, our vocabulary breakdown will help you really understand and use today's key expressions.
Stay with us. This conversation is just getting started.
All right, let's continue with something that almost everyone struggles with.
Awkward silence.
Yes, that moment when the conversation suddenly pauses and your brain screams, "Say something, anything."
And the silence feels 10 times longer than it actually is.
Exactly. But here's something important. Silence is not the enemy.
I wish someone told me that earlier.
Most confident people are comfortable with short pauses. They don't rush to fill every second.
Because rushing usually makes things worse.
Right. When you panic and throw random words into the air, you feel even less confident.
So what's the better approach?
Accept the pause. Breathe. Smile slightly. Let it be natural.
That feels so simple, but it's powerful.
It is, and sometimes after a pause, you can gently restart the flow.
How?
You can say something like, "By the way," or "That reminds me."
Oh, I like that.
Those small transition phrases help you move the conversation forward without pressure.
So instead of thinking the conversation is dying, you think it's just taking a breath.
Exactly. Conversations are like waves. They rise and fall.
That image makes it feel calmer.
Now, let's talk about something very common, obsessing over grammar while speaking.
Oh yes, that one is brutal.
You start talking and suddenly your brain interrupts, "Wait, is that the correct tense?"
And then you freeze mid-sentence.
Or you apologize, "Sorry, my English isn't good."
That habit needs to stop.
Completely.
Because when you apologize for your English every few minutes, you weaken your own confidence.
And usually the other person didn't even notice the mistake.
Exactly. Most small grammar mistakes don't block communication.
So here's the shift. Focus on meaning, not microscopic accuracy.
Meaning first, grammar second.
You can always improve grammar later, but in conversation, flow is more important.
And here's something interesting. When you relax about grammar, you actually make fewer mistakes.
That's true. Tension creates more errors.
So confidence and fluency are connected to calmness.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to talk about preparation.
Good idea.
Because some people think confidence is spontaneous, but often it's prepared.
Yes, confident speakers often think ahead.
Not scripts, just ideas.
For example, if you're going to a social event, ask yourself, what are 3 topics I feel comfortable talking about?
Maybe travel,
Movies,
work experiences.
or even hobbies.
When you enter a room knowing your comfort topics, you feel more stable.
It's like having mental anchors.
That's a great phrase, mental anchors.
They keep you grounded when anxiety appears.
And another helpful tool is open-ended questions.
Yes, questions that invite longer answers.
Instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" you can ask, "What did you think about the movie?"
That small change opens space.
And when the other person speaks more, you feel less pressure.
Exactly. You're sharing the weight of the conversation.
Now, let's move into something slightly more advanced.
I'm ready.
Disagreeing confidently.
Oh, that's important.
Because many learners feel confident until someone disagrees with them,
And then they retreat.
or they go silent.
So what's the solution?
Respectful disagreement.
Give us the structure.
First, acknowledge the other person. "I see your point."
That shows respect.
Then add your perspective gently. "I just see it a bit differently."
That sounds calm.
Then explain briefly. "For me, I think..."
That's powerful without being aggressive.
And the goal is not to win, it's to express yourself.
That's where confidence becomes maturity.
Yes, because confident people can hold different opinions without feeling threatened.
That's emotional intelligence.
Exactly. Speaking of emotional intelligence, let's talk about listening again.
I love this topic.
Listening with intent changes everything.
Most people listen to reply.
But confident communicators listen to understand.
When you truly listen, you pick up on tone, emotion, and meaning.
And that allows you to respond naturally. You stop thinking about impressive vocabulary.
And start focusing on connection.
And connection builds confidence faster than memorized phrases ever will.
Absolutely.
Now, there's one more thing that people rarely talk about.
What's that?
Knowing when to end a conversation.
Yes, that moment when the conversation starts going in circles.
And you're thinking, okay, how do I exit politely?
You don't need a dramatic excuse.
Just something simple and kind.
It was really nice talking to you.
I'm going to grab a drink, but I enjoyed this.
That's graceful.
And confidence often shows in how you close interactions.
Starting with warmth, ending with grace.
Exactly.
And here's something important for our listeners. Don't rush this process.
Confidence is not built in one day.
It grows with repetition.
Every small conversation adds up.
Every awkward moment teaches you something.
And eventually, you stop feeling like English is a test.
It becomes a tool.
A language you live in.
And that's when confidence feels natural.
Stay with us because in just a moment, we'll break down the key vocabulary from today's episode so you can use it immediately in your own conversations.
Grab your notes. This is where you turn good conversations into great English.
All right, let's bring everything together.
Yes, because we've talked about mindset, small talk, listening, disagreement, even ending conversations.
And if you're listening right now, you might be thinking, okay, I understand the ideas, but how do I actually feel more confident?
That's a great question.
And here's the honest answer. Confidence is built through repetition.
Not inspiration.
Not motivation.
Repetition.
Every time you say hello instead of staying silent, you're building it.
Every time you ask a question, even if your voice shakes, you're building it.
Every time you allow yourself to make a small mistake and continue speaking, you're building it.
And here's something powerful. Confidence doesn't grow when you stay comfortable.
It grows when you stretch slightly beyond your comfort zone.
Not huge jumps.
Just small stretches.
For example, if you usually stay quiet in group conversations, your stretch might be sharing one opinion.
If you already speak sometimes, your stretch might be starting a conversation first.
And if you're already comfortable socially, your stretch might be expressing disagreement respectfully.
Growth is personal.
And comparison slows it down.
So instead of asking, am I as confident as them, ask, am I more confident than I was last month?
That's the only comparison that matters.
And let's talk about something very important, self-talk.
Oh, yes.
The voice in your head after conversations.
The critic.
If you constantly tell yourself, I sounded stupid, your confidence will shrink.
But if you tell yourself, I spoke up, I tried, I'm improving, your confidence will grow.
The language you use with yourself matters as much as the language you use with others.
Maybe even more.
So next time you have a conversation, instead of analyzing every tiny mistake, ask yourself 3 simple questions.
I like this.
1. Did I participate?
2. Did I try to connect?
3. Did I learn something?
If the answer is yes to even one of those, that's progress.
And progress is more important than perfection.
Always.
Now, before we close, let's move into our vocabulary breakdown so you can confidently use some of the expressions from today's episode.
Grab your notebook. Here we go.
Hey everyone, it's Crystal. Let's review some of the key words and phrases from today's episode. Intimidating, something that makes you feel nervous or unsure because it seems difficult or powerful. Example, speaking English in front of a group can feel intimidating at first. Awkward, uncomfortable or slightly embarrassing. Example, there was an awkward pause in the conversation. Genuine, real and sincere, not fake. Example, people respond well when your interest feels genuine. Obsess, to think about something too much in a stressful way. Example, don't obsess over small grammar mistakes. Intent, a clear purpose or aim. Example, listen with intent, not just to reply. Grace, calm, polite behavior, especially in difficult situations. Example, she ended the conversation with grace. Eventually, after some time. Example, if you keep practicing, you'll eventually feel more confident. Stretch, to push slightly beyond your comfort zone to grow. Example, try to stretch yourself by starting one conversation this week. That's it for today's vocabulary. Try using at least 3 of these words in your next English conversation.
Thanks, Crystal. That was great.
And to everyone listening, remember, confidence isn't something you suddenly wake up with.
Confidence is something you build.
One conversation at a time.
One small risk at a time.
Keep practicing.
Keep connecting.
And most importantly, keep speaking, even when it feels imperfect.
Because that's where real confidence begins.
We'll see you in the next episode of Small English Talk.
Your progress doesn't end here. Keep learning, keep stretching, and keep growing.
Bye, everyone.